Welcome to Heal Talk Tuesdays with Liza, where transformation begins as we evoke, embrace, and evolve. Greetings, 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 and welcome to Heal Talk Tuesday with Liza. It's so good to be here with you, isn't it? Today, I want to explore about something that impacts you and so many of us that we don't even think about. It's called the powerful connection of the mind-body and how we respond, especially when it comes to panic, anxiety, and shock. Have you ever received a news that made your heart pound and your hands become sweaty and you feel absolutely shaking? And have you ever walked to a place and to an accident or seen something absolutely frightening that automatically your body responds? It's like your body starts shredding, and going into that confused mode. Something inside you can't quite understand what's happening. Or perhaps if you have noticed that after months or weeks later or even years later, something is still lingering in your body and you just don't have a grasp of what's happening because your body is reminding you and reacting to things all over again, and yet you don't know what it is. You see, I'm Liza Boubari, your expert hypnotherapist and stress management consultant, and the work that I do is so much tapped into our subconscious. It's about our mind, it's all about our emotions, and also a mind-body connection. How what's inside, it's affecting what's outside of you. So here's why you might experience certain things. When you go through something that is unexpected or frightening, like a shocking news, or you see something that is shocking you, either a car accident, or witnessing something traumatic, or it even happens to you, guess what happens? Your body immediately goes into survival mode. That's what happens. Your body goes into survival mode. Why? Because your heart is racing, your breath becomes very shallow, right? Just like a kid, your body goes into that shallow system, and your blood rushes to all your limbs in order for the blood to flow, and so that you can do what? Fight or flight. But most of all, what happens? Your mind may even black out or go blank, as if going into a shock system. This is where your body is doing its job. It is. It's not that something is wrong, because your body is doing exactly what it's supposed to do, protecting you. I've said this over and over. Your body is there to house you, protect you, and shield you. And this is where most people overlook. You know, if you never fully process that emotional energy, the shock, what people know as PTSD, and if you don't allow that system to completely release, to wash out, to cleanse, to heal, right? That shock stays in the body. That shock stays in the muscles and the tissues. Excuse me. This is why long after a certain event, you may still feel startled again, have triggers that you don't understand, and sudden tightness in your chest, or feel, excuse me, right? Even having something that I just remembered, speaking becomes difficult. If something happened that you couldn't even yell, it might feel as if you are choking. Or some people feel as if someone has stabbed them in between their shoulders, and they're constantly doing this. It's like, it hurts between my shoulder blades. You may even feel your heart race for no good reason. Why do you think this is? Because your body is holding on to a memory long after your mind has already processed or tried to forget. We call it the body keeps score. That's what it is. The body is keeping score. Studying Carl Gustav Jung, which was a psychologist talking about shadow work and everything, but this is not about that. It's about the shock that stays, the PTSD from war, PTSD from rape, from abuse, from auto accident. So allow me to give you a sample. I had a client, an example. I had a client that came to me years ago, and what he came in for was anxiety. And after he came to me because he had witnessed a very horrific accident on the freeway, not because he was in it. Even though he wasn't physically harmed or even involved in that, it was the shock of seeing it that deeply moved him, and for weeks he couldn't get on the freeway. So his hands would grip the steering wheel, and his heart would race, and as he would start, he would go right on the freeway and exit from the first off-ramp. And this continued over and over. Neither him nor his wife could figure it out. And I don't know if you've experienced it or not. If you've experienced anything like this, by all means, say yes or share your experience. During hypnotherapy, something unexpected happened. You know what it was? He remembered being 8 years old. Because through hypnosis, what we do is a recall and revisit certain times in our life. So what we do is, what I like to share and explain is, it's like your mind is a file cabinet. We go through the files and we ask the brain, ask the mind and the body to give us a signal of which file for us to work with. Some, and technically what we call it, is timeline therapy. But we do this through deep relaxation, through hypnosis. While in that state of hypnosis, the mind is not analyzing, judging, or reasoning, even criticizing. And so we can tap into there, open the file, go through the file, it's revisit without doing anything, okay? It's not reliving it. It's just on a screen or a file reading it. So what he remembered being 8 years old in the backseat of his family's car when there was a serious car crash. He saw his mom screaming and his father trying to call for help. And then he looks on the side and he sees his cousin next to him, and he just focuses and remembers his cousin's leg. And at that moment, he notices that the cousin's leg was completely detached, lying next to him on the seat, in the back seat. I know it sounds traumatic for any child to see this. Yes, it is. Because at that moment, he was frozen, just staring at the leg until everything goes blank. Now, his mind protected him by shutting him down, by shutting his mind down, and he cannot remember anything else. Of course, he remembers that years later, he would always see his cousin walking. He was fine. He had a small little limp, but he didn't realize what it was. He couldn't remember it. Years later, witnessing that freeway accident, what happened was trigger his body and stored that traumatic experience in his memory bank. And through our sessions, he finally got to not only revisit, but understand what happened and process and release that trapped shock. You know, as I've said, there is that inner self, which is the child. There is the adult, and there's the parent within us, the mother figure, the parent figure. So when the child within us goes to that shock, and the parent is there to observe, protect, and shield, which is the body, it's the adult at this age that has to go and sit next to the child and say, you are safe now. And that is the work we do. That's deep work. But before even doing, you know, cognitive therapy is wonderful, and yet it doesn't get to the root cause as fast as hypnotherapy does. And that's the difference. We tap into the subconscious, either using tools, techniques that we do, guided visualization, timeline therapy, NLP. Those are all the tools that I use to help my client tap into what it is that it's stored either in the mind, in the body, or in their heart. And that's how HealWithin started. You know, so this is one of the things you can do. So what about you? If you notice panic, anxiety, even vague uneasiness, palpitation from absolutely nowhere, that is your body saying, there is something, pay attention to me. What your mind thinks, your body is reacting and speaking to you, right? It could be your body's way of telling you, pay attention, there is some pain in here that I'm paining you for you to pay attention to me. Toothache, earache, when your body is out of alignment, you know, you bang your finger, you put it and you kiss the finger, and yet those are things that are lingering in the body, and yet we're not doing anything until it's really bad. And then what do? You go to the doctor, they give you a prescription and numb it more until the next shock happens. So here's what I say, there's still healing to be done, and that's up to you. What you can do right now, when you feel it, here's the tools you can use. You know, we do this in the planes. Nowadays, they say put the mask on. But in the old days, they used to have this small little bag, and they would say, if you believe you're going into panic and anxiety, breathe into this bag. So breathe deeply through your nose. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, and then exhale into your hands. Cup your hands and go. Breathe through your mouth. Do that 3 times. One more time. And exhale. The other one, put your hand on your chest and another one on your belly. I do this with all my clients. Protecting your core, protecting your intuitive signals right here that the body starts speaking from the gut, which is all your nerves coming to where? To your belly button, the start, the beginning of your life. So protect that. That means I am protecting my life. And the body knows where your life started. And the other one on your hand, on your chest, on your heart, and when you beat like this, it reminds your heart to start beating with your hand. And then when you do tapping, you can slow it down and do this. And very gently, slow, 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 slow. So the body starts doing what you ask. Remember, you think it, the body will follow. And the third thing that you can do is move. You know how little kids, when they get tantrum or anxious and they get confused, what do? So start doing this. Shake your hands, move your body, do something that takes your mind off of what's happening from the shock of what you see into your body moving, and your body comes to awakeness instead of going into a shock. The last thing, call me. Call me. Let's schedule a time for us to have a explorative conversation. That's it. I offer 15-minute consultation for free for us to explore and see how I can help you. Shock in the system can stay there for many, many, many years. We call it PTSD after surgery. PTSD, we even go into that before surgery, anxiety, and that anxiety before any kind of a procedure or surgery can also give you panic and anxiety, which you think you're having a heart attack, and if you're having this, you cannot have surgery. You see the loop that is happening? So let's get on a call. Stop brushing off what your body is whispering to you. Do it now before it starts screaming at you. So DM me or visit HealWithin.com and book your private session with me. And if you found this valuable, please like, share, and go to my YouTube channel. Please go to my YouTube channel. I've got so many other tools and techniques that can be helpful to you. And subscribe. It's for free. And please subscribe and let me help you or someone you love heal within. That's what I do. I healed within, and now it's about paying it forward. I love ending with a quote, and this is the quote that I came up for today. Your body hears everything your mind thinks. So for today, breathe, process, and enjoy life. And when your body speaks, listen. I'm offering a workshop second Monday of actually today is July 1st. So the second Monday in 2 weeks, we're having a mind-body connection workshop in my office. Go to Heal Within events, check the workshop, and sign up. Look forward to seeing you and being of service to you. Until next week, God bless you, and may the universal light surround you always. Bye-bye. And if you like this, share it, subscribe, and go to YouTube, and you'll see the rest of all my podcasts.